What's going on YouTube? I'm Beowulf, back at it with another video, jet ski related, Sea Doo. This video, I've had a lot of people saying they wanted this for a while. The hard thing is, it was hard to do with this idea in the water, because when you couldn't be physically in the water, and then you couldn't be doing this like at a boat launch, because you're basically on other people's time and they don't want to see you sitting there trying to film this video about this. And the only way to film this, I had to be in the water to show it. So I figured, let's do it here. It's a lot better to show it. And let's get about it. But also, too, the one thing I want to talk about, we had a winner from the first giveaway I did, and the guy was, the guy's name is Andy White, and he's from the United Kingdom, UK. So he won the vintage Bursef Racing t-shirt. I sent him an email out. If you see the video, I mean, see the email, you just need an address where to send it, so and I'll get it out. The other cool thing is I'll be doing the second giveaway next video I'm doing, because I got to figure this all out. But like I said, I'm going to be doing 4 to 5 giveaways a month. And then the big goal for 2019 is I'm going to buy our 2019 Sea Doo Spark Tricks, fully modify the thing out, and do it as a giveaway. So that's the plan. So let's get about the video. Now, here we got the RXT X 300, and I don't have the other parts. See, this is usually how I ride, but what are your options for fuel on this thing? The cool thing with this jet ski, to any other jet ski on the market, that's any manufacturer, they don't offer this, and this is what's awesome. And I'll be doing a second video showing this other way to unlock having more of a fuel option with this. So if you do a lot of riding and you're somewhere where you don't have a marina, or just a reserve fuel if something happened, if you're in the ocean, lake, river, whatnot. I do a lot of riding, so it's always good to have that option as fuel. And if fuel matters how long you're riding for. Now the cool thing Sea Doo did is they got this, it's called a LinQ, I think that's LinQ? Maybe it's LinQ. The LinQ setup. So what it works with this is there's all these different attachments they sell to hook onto this. Similar to what they got on their Ski-Doos and on the Can-Ams, they have the similar thing with this, and each one has a different attachment. And the cool thing is, what can you do fuel-wise with this? Now, let me get the fuel jug and I'll show you. All right, so here's the fuel jug. This is not on the jet ski. I get it all the time, is people see this in past videos and go, I want to have it on another jet ski. And you can clear as day see, there is no way you could mount this on here. You have to buy the newer jet ski that has this platform. There's no way they could physically do it on this platform of the RXP-X. So the cool thing here is you got this fuel jug. This is 3.8 gallons. It's not a lot of fuel. It gives you a little something. It's nothing to be like really far from your fuel station, but this could get you out of a jam. Sorry, there's like dog hair or whatever. It's been sitting on my garage floor because I haven't been using it. The place I've been going to, I can basically go through half a tank. I'm not out there for that long being in the ocean. It's not like I have to travel to go somewhere, so I haven't been hauling this with. But how this works, it's directional. So this is it. See, it shows the arrow right there, front forward. Now the cool thing is, there's no modifications to buy this. You just pulls this up and it snaps right in. It's fully assembled. So let me try doing this one-handed, showing you guys how this goes in. So you have to go angle in here, and then it should. Let me get over in this area to kind of. All right, there we go. It's easier when you can see what you're doing. You can get all this spider webs or whatever. It hasn't been used for a while. So this already has the marine hardware, and this other attachment I have too. I installed the marine hardware where it's anti-corrosive, so it doesn't get like rusted and stuff from salt water. Now, this other attachment I have, so this is just, well, this is how it hooks in. Tighten strap. There you go. Now, if you want to hook other attachments they have, that will come with the other attachment. This part does not come with the fuel jug. This is from another attachment, the saddle bag that I put on here, and that's where that attaches on there. Now, the one thing I had to say, where my complaint with this, it's kind of complicated to open this thing up, especially when you're tossing and turning on the water. I think it's a must-have as a reserve. I wouldn't be thinking that you should be using this all the time. There's a modification that you don't have to do anything to put more fuel on here, but you need this to hold the other ones in place. And that is what I'm going to be doing in my next video, to show you guys how you can store more fuel on an RXT X 300. But I mean, this is a nice setup to have this. I have a link in my description too where you could purchase this. But I mean, all around, it looks cool. And I'll tell you, Yamaha, Kawasaki, they got nothing on the market like this. I mean, to have all these attachments and basically to transform this jet ski where you could have be a 3-seater, 1-seater, different attachments, it's cool and it looks definitely awesome out there, and it's sturdy. I mean, it does move. I wouldn't recommend filling this all the way up to the top when you're using it, because if you're trying to pull this all apart and then there's this cap, if you have too much fuel in it, it's going to spill out. And then the hard thing is it's not a lot of fuel in this, so if you don't fill it up all the way, you're really, you know, less than 3 gallons of fuel in this thing and how fast it is. It really doesn't get you somewhere unless you're going pretty slow. So, I mean, it's kind of a thing you have to think about with this, but this thing I can show you guys what to do, and I'll show you where you can buy this other fuel jug that hooks onto this one, and then you basically got like 8 gallons of fuel. And that's a cool setup. But it's nice having this where it hooks onto here. It's real easy to clean too, and it doesn't spill out. Now the only thing is, a lot of fuel jugs have like things like you get air built up in it. I don't leave this thing sitting outside unless I'm using it. It's really easy when you're cleaning the jet ski too, with cleaning it. You just kind of like, you know, it's not spilling out, so it's sealed really tight. The only problem is it's kind of a pain in the butt to open, and it goes on this way. But all around, it's a nice design. I think the problem that, I don't know if the weight, because see, like Sea Doo in their catalog says you can't take, basically this, I could buy another fuel jug and stack another one up, so that would be 6 gallons. They said you can't do that. Now it's either with weight, or they just don't want to be risk of putting so much stacked up and something happens and they get sued. I just wish that Sea Doo came out with a lot bigger jug. At least 6, maybe 8 to 10 gallons of fuel, enough that you have all this space. You could really put a lot more onto here. And I think this thing should be designed where, you know, you basically, if you have the seat there, you got all this room. I wish there was more of an option. But to have any type of fuel and it mounts on and you don't have to strap it down, you can't beat that at all, and you really can't complain. So, I mean, it's better than nothing. You got the other jet ski over there. There is no other options what to do. I think it's all around worth the money to buy. And if, to me, to be honest, a lot of people ask, you know, what are my opinion about both jet skis? What one should you buy? What should it be? Now, all around with attachment-wise, the durability of what you could all do with this one, yeah, it's the way to go. Now, if you're looking to be jumping ways and you're not worrying about how far you can travel, probably the RXP-X is probably a better way to go. It's kind of all, you can't say one's better or worse than the other. They all have other attachments. I mean, you got like, this one has speakers. You could put speakers in that, but it doesn't come like that. The same as, I might be putting like custom speakers in this. This is nice, but when you're jumping all ways, it moves around a lot. It's not, but yet again, it plugs and plays and it works. You don't have to get custom and cut the hull and all that. It's everything give or take of what you can get. That's why I think it's what's awesome with this, is it has the option, you can put like a saddlebag on it. You can't put, if you're in the market to buy their cooler, it's not that big. It's actually like about the size of the fuel jug. You can't stack all those on top of each other. The only thing you can use is this, and the saddlebag is all from right now what you can stack up on top of each other. It's nice to have that option, and I think my viewers should be thinking about what they want to get. And also too, is you got to remember, is like the more weight you put in the rear end, it's going to sit down more, like when you jump in waves. And I've seen that with other people I've rode with that have the same jet ski and they don't have all this. Mine kind of noses up where you feel it hits down a little bit different by the weight. But it's not much to worry about Also too, if somebody watches this, I've seen this with all the people at RXTXs. This is all when you're brushing up, because even when I had the bumpers that hook onto here, it still brushes. The good thing here is you look close, there's no paint that's chipped, it's just the decal in different spots, so it's really easy fix with this. Just slap a new decal on and you got that taken care of. But I think, my viewers, you should really think about what you could get. I think the fuel jug is an awesome option to buy, but yet that it's not a lot of fuel. I wish it was a lot bigger. And if Sea Doo's watching, I think you guys got to come up with some other thing. Or, you know, I want to buy another one of these to stack and see if it works. Basically, I'd have like ultimate amount of fuel, because sometimes of my riding, if I'm going out long distance where I'm riding somewhere for like an hour, you basically have marinas where they're spaced apart. And sometimes like a marina on your way back when you're so far away, it's closed. So like this and this other option I do with fuel is the only way to get back home. Otherwise you're stranded out there. To me, as much more fuel as you can get is the most important thing when I ride. Now this one spot that I'm going to where I'm right in the ocean, I'm not traveling that far to be already doing where I want to be at, and then can come in and not have to worry about, oh, I don't have enough fuel. But I'm not traveling that great a distance. I like to travel far with these two, so that's where like the fuel is really important. I mean, it would be cool if Sea Doo had that option with the other platforms, but it's cool that they really changed the game. Sorry, I'm keep on pulling like whatever off there. They really changed the game with what these can have, because but you got to look too, is like these both look completely different how they're structurally built. You know, like a lot of people don't realize, to get into seeing the engine, you know, you have to remove all these pieces, this whole platform, the seat and this, to get into where the engine is to see anything. This, you just pull the seat up and you're right at it. So that's where the big difference is. I've seen all the time people go, and I've seen on Sea Doo posts or my videos, people go, like, how do I get that on my other jet ski? The only way to get it is you have to buy the newer jet ski. You can't be sitting on the older whatever, even this. It can't be done. You have to buy the different platform. If you want to know, like, how many times have I used this fuel jug? Now, the times of riding that I had to use this before the new option I came up with using, I've had to probably use this like 3 or 4 times to get out of jams to get back, and when from running out of fuel, or to get to a fuel station to get enough fuel to get back. It's kind of like you're applying different, because I think they both hold the same amount of fuel, and it's, before this was the only jet ski I had a fuel option. And I came up with an idea of how to hold more fuel on this. It's real easy to do. That'll be in another video how to do that too. I got some cool stuff coming out with fuel-wise for both the jet skis. So to me, it's gotten me out of jams. I definitely recommend it. It's something you should spend the money on getting. But the times using it, it's been a real, like I said, it's a big pain in the butt to get some fuel out. And I've had, I've spilled a little fuel trying to get the nozzle out and stuff. It's not as easy as you think. And especially when you have it, like you're on rough water and it's moving all around. Like if I was on the ocean, rough part of the ocean, to get this out without spilling it or getting salt water in it would be really hard. These other fuel jugs that I'm using on both of these, you don't have to take out a nozzle. It's basically pull a cap out and the thing's ready to put fuel in. That's where I think that's better than that, but you need this to hold it, otherwise it's going to be tossed. So it kind of holds it in place when you bounce around. And I will show that in a future video, of how you strap it down and what I use with doing that. Just think of that, because the last thing you don't want to do is have that spill in, even fresh water, or lake, river water. You don't want to have that get in the fuel and then put it in your jet ski, especially salt water. That would be like a big no-no. So, I mean, think of that, because if you're on the open ocean, it's rough, and you think this is going to get you back being far out, 3-something gallons is not enough fuel with these jet skis, especially if you're traveling far. Now, if you're putting along doing 5 miles per hour, maybe it'll get you somewhere, but it's going to take you forever to get in that place. So think of that. And also, too, is like getting on this. You know, I don't think this is really like a handle part to pull yourself up out of here. Because if you look, this is where you get install the ladder. I've never had a feel that I need to install a ladder on this, because if I fall off, I better know how to get on real fast. There's a lot of sharks or alligators. I'm not going to be getting on and off a lot. It's probably the only way I'm getting off is I've fallen off. but you know, you got to think of where you're gripping on here, and you can't put a lot of weight on this to get on it, you know. And the thing is, my question is like, see, this is a platform. This hooks up through the platform. Now, there's nothing showing what the weight rated is on this thing. I'm pretty positive it's not going to go anywhere, but now this is really thick plastic. Sounds also too where you don't want to stack up too much stuff in here. Maybe Sea Doo will come out with something new, but I just don't know. But again, this is all I'm going to talk about in today's video. I'll be back at it with another one. I've been really slacking on having a lot of content coming out. I'm getting my act back together, going to be posting, try to post like every day or every other day with stuff. And the new giveaways coming out. In my next video, I'll talk about that, get it all put together. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys stay positive, driven and win in life. Glad to bring you along to be part of the Beowulf Nation. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you guys hit it. To my existing subscribers, woo, we're doing it big. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.